Welcome everyone. Previously we have discussed about the concept of redemption of debentures. So with regard to redemption of debentures, you need to consider the value of the debenture that was issued and at the time of redemption or redeemable. So on the base of comparing the values of the debenture under these two situations only, we can say whether there is loss or whether there is profit or whether there is no profit or no loss situations that may or may not occur. We have to make sure whether there is any of these situations, and accordingly you need to pass the necessary journal entries. So let us discuss some of the cases relating to that. Redemption of debentures. Under redemption of debentures, let us discuss some of the common cases or examples. Issue at premium and redemption at premium. The company might issue a certain number of debentures at premium, and at the time of redemption, the company might have redeemed at premium also. So under those situations, whether the company is suffering loss or whether suffering profit, whatever the situation is, anyway you have to pass necessary journal entries. So let us discuss the similar situation. So when the company issued certain debentures at premium and redeemed at premium, the entry will be bank account debtor, loss on issue of debentures account debtor, to debentures, to security premium, to premium on redemption. So you don't get confused that at the time of issue, why we have to consider the situation with regard to the redemption, because issue and redemption of debentures, actually these two situations occurs at two different times, but at the beginning of the agreement the company might have made the details or these rates and the amount of premium that has to be dealt at the time of issue and at the time of redemption. All these have been agreed in advance by the company with the party or the subscriber. So at the time of issue also, the company might have agreed at what rate or what premium, or whether it is redeemed at premium or whether it is going to be redeemed at discount, it will be decided in advance. So at the time of issue itself, we have to consider the redemption situation, whether at the time of redemption also whether the company has to pay more or the company has to pay less. If the company has to pay more, then the company has to suffer the loss on such issue. So anyway, remember, when the company is issuing at premium and redeeming at premium, and the both situation, it doesn't mean that the company might go into losses or a company have to suffer profit or loss, whatever may be, go through the value of the debenture. It was issued at a premium for 105 rupees and it was going to redeem that premium. So in theoretical sense, issued at premium and redeemed at premium, there won't be any losses for the concern, but go through the value of the debenture. It was issued at 105 rupees and it is going to be redeemed at 110 rupees. That is, the issue price and the redemption price is way more higher than the face value. Face value is 100 rupees. Whatever the nature of the business, whatever the situation, the face value of the debenture will be 100. Whatever amount higher than 100 is issued at premium, whatever at lower than 100 is issued or redeemed at a discount, whatever the situation. So here issued and redeemed at a premium, both the situations means issuing and redeeming at premium. So how the company is going to face loss? Here it is issued at 105, means including premium. You have to think like that. And redeemed also at premium at even more higher than the issue price. So anyway, at the time of issuing, the entry will be bank account debtor for whatever amount it was issued. Loss on issue of debentures. for rupees 10. Rupees 10 means here it was issued for 105, but it was going to be redeemed for 110. So with regard to this particular debenture, the company have to pay extra rupees 10 at the time of redemption, because you have to think like that, because the face value of the debenture is 100, but it is going to be issued and redeemed at two different prices. So at the initial stage, that is at the time of issue 105, usually the entry will be bank account up to 105, to debentures the face value of the debenture, to security premium 5. That is the actual entry with regard to issue of debentures at premium. But at the time of issue, you have to consider the redemption situation also. That is with regard to redeemable debentures. So entry with regard to redeemable debentures, you need to consider the situation of redemption situation at the time of issue entry. So bank account up to 105, to debentures 100, to security premium 5. That is with regard to issue. But you need to consider the redemption situation. For how much money the same debentures is going to be redeemed? It is going to be redeemed for 10. So that 10 is actually a loss with regard to the face value of debenture. So that has to be considered. To premium on redemption, rupees 10, and because of that the company has to suffer a loss of rupees 10. So loss on issue of debentures, rupees 10. This is how the entry has been obtained. You need not have to worry anything about that. Whenever you are come across a question like this, issue of debentures at certain rupees and redemption of debentures at a certain rupees, and if there is any difference, that is redemption value is higher than the issue value, you need to pass this journal entry. Usually you will come across similar type of questions. We will discuss same categories. I am discussing why these entries has been written here, how this amount has been obtained. That is the discussion we are doing here. So this is the entry with regard to issue. So let us discuss some of the other cases. See, these are the different conditions of issue and redemption of debenture. And with regard to debentures that are issued and redeemed under following situations. First situation, debentures issued at par and redeemable at par. So what is the entry? For the time being, let us understand that the par value of a debenture be 100. So these are the examples which we are going to discuss in order to understanding the concept of the different conditions of issue and redemption. So when debentures are issued at par and redeemed at par, it means it was issued for rupees 100 and redeemed for rupees 100 itself. In that case, there will be no losses or anything like that, security premium or loss on issue or loss on redemption, anything like that. Another situation, debentures issued at a discount, redeemable at par. Issued at discount is, for the time being, let us understand that 100 was the face value of the debenture. Issued a debenture at discount means let it be 90 rupees, 10 rupees discount. So debentures issued at 90, redeemable at rupees 100. So in that situation, how we are going to pass the entry for issue and redemption? Let us discuss that. So before we go into that, you need to understand each situation. First one, next one, debenture issued at premium and redeemable at par. That is, issued at premium means 100 was the face value, let 10 be the premium, so 110 rupees, and redeemable at par means 100. Another case, debenture issued at par, redeemable at premium. So issued at par means 100 was the face value and redeemable at premium means 110 rupees. And finally, debenture issued at discount and redeemable at premium, it will be 90 and rupees 110. These are some of the examples. For the time being, we are using these examples to understand these situations. And finally, last but not the least, the case was issued at premium and redemption at premium. We have discussed that entry at the beginning. So actually that is the last case. For the time being, let us discuss that in advance. That is why we have discussed that. If you have any queries with that entry, we will come to that part after discussing each of these cases. Okay, first one, debentures issued at par, redeemed at par. So there is no issue with regard to any premium or anything else. Simply you just pass for the issue entry and the redemption entry. So the entry will be bank account debtor to 12% debentures. For the time being, I am using the name 12% debentures. In the examination, the rate will be different. So go through the question accordingly. If it is 14% given in the question, use as to 14% debentures. So likewise. So this is the entry at the time of issue, and it was issued at par and redeemed at par. So at the time of repayment, what will be the entry? It will be 12% debentures account debtor to bank. 100 because there is no other issues. It was issued at par and redeemed at par, so there is not much of an issue. So first case is over. So whenever you come across such questions, just pass these two entries. Next one, debentures issued at a discount, redeemed at par. So what will be the entry? Anyway, definitely this one issue entry is not like this. Redeemed at par, the entry will be like this. So how we are going to deal that? So at the time of issue, it will be bank account debtor, discount on issue of debentures account debtor to 12% debentures. It is similar to the case of cases which we have discussed previously, because we have discussed the discount situations not only in the debentures as well as in shares also. So I believe you all know this entry. 90 rupees was a value of the issue value of the debenture. So bank account debtor 90, discount on issue of debentures, let it be rupees 10, and face value 100. This is the entry at the time of issue. So what will be the entry at the time of redemption? It will be 12% debentures account debtor to bank, because at the time of redemption it was redeemed at par. Actually, why the company is providing a discount on issue and redeeming at par? Why? Because when debentures are issued at a discount, the company will be agreeing to pay more than what it agrees to pay on the redemption. Here it is, see, the company has collected only 90 and provided 10 rupees discount, and even offered rupees 100 at the time of redemption. So this is done with a view to pay slightly lesser rate of interest. That's it actually from the company's tactic point of view, because in that case the company need to pay only lesser interest. That is why the company is following like issuing this, the debentures at discount and redeeming at par likewise. We will come to that. Anyway, these are the entries you have to pass when the debentures are issued at discount and redeemable at par. Next case, debentures issued at premium and redeemable at par. So what will be the entry? It is almost the entry which you have learned at the time of issue of debentures at premium. Same entry. Here it was, we assumed that let it be 110. So you have to consider the amounts like that. At the time of issue, issued at premium, bank account debtor to 12% debentures to security premium. By way of bank, we will get rupees 110 rupees because it was issued at premium, and security premium was rupees 10 and value of debenture is 100. So at the time of redemption, what will be the situation? At the time of the redemption, the entry will be 12% debentures account debtor to bank. Because here the debentures were issued at premium, but it was redeemable at par. So the entry for the redemption will be 12% debentures account debtor to bank, rupees 100. So that is with the case relating to the debentures issued at premium and redeemable at par. Next one, debentures issued at par but redeemable at premium. So here it was issued at rupees 100 but it was redeemed at rupees 110. In that case the situation changes. Anyway, let us pass the entries for that. Even though it is issued at par, it is going to be redeemable at premium. So in that case the company have to suffer loss. So at the time of redemption the company have to pay more. So when it compared to the issue value of the debenture with the redemption value of the debentures, at the time of issue itself the company must consider the loss with regard to those debentures. So the entry will be bank account debtor rupees 100 to loss on issue of debentures account debtor 10, because here the loss on debenture means the premium the company have to pay more with regard to those debentures at the time of redemption. That amount has to be considered at this entry. You may think that even though the premium is going to be paid at the time of redemption, why we have to consider at the time of issue? Because with regard to those debentures the company is going to suffer loss. So that amount has to be considered here. To 12% debentures, the value of the debenture, and finally premium redemption of debentures rupees 10. Because here the company has to pay premium on redemption and it is treated as a loss. So with regard to those debentures, even though it is issued at par, the company has to repay premium at the time of redemption. So it is actually a loss for the concern. So it has to be adjusted at the time of issue also. And at the time of redemption there will be a slight change. The entry will be 12% debentures account debtor 100, premium reduction rupees 10, and to bank 110. In some cases or in some syllabus and some text you may see that this entry may be again splitted into two. That is like this: 12% debentures account 100, premium redemption 10, to debenture holders 110, and after that again another entry: debenture holders account debtor to bank 110, like that. So instead of writing two entries, you can write like this one combined entry. By removing the debenture holders, you can directly make the payment via bank. So this is the entry you have to pass with regard to when debentures are issued at par but redeemable at premium. And similarly, in the next case, debentures issued at discount and redeemable at premium. In this situation also the company will suffer losses because it was issued at discount and even that is redeemed at a premium. So it is as far as company's point of view, the company has to suffer two losses, that is at the time of issue and at the time of redemption also. So how we are going to show that? In that case the entry will be bank account debtor loss on issue of debentures account debtor to 12% debentures and premium on redemption. And how the amounts has been obtained. See, here we have discussed that it was issued for 90 but it was redeemed for 110. Then how come we got 20 like that? So this is the result. By way of bank the company collected rupees 90. And loss on issue of debentures. Here loss on issue of debentures, this actually includes the discount allowed by the company and the premium payable on redemption. See here redeemable at premium. In the previous case also, see, even though it was issued at par, at the time of redemption the company have to pay premium. That premium has been adjusted in the issue also. So that loss on issue of debenture, this amount 20 includes the premium that has to be paid at the time of redemption, plus here the company offered the redemption at a lower value than the face value. So that discount amount will also adjust here. So here the discount on issue of debenture account can be debited in the loss on issue of debentures account. And one thing also, the loss on issue of debenture, this account consists of discount allowed and the premium payable on redemption. That is how we have got 20. Here discount allowed was 10, premium offered was 10. So 10 plus 10, 20. That is how here it is obtained. Even though loss on issue of debenture is the term used, but it includes the discount offered and the loss on issue at the time of, or the premium offered at the time of redemption. And finally, to 12% debentures, here you will show the face value, and to premium on redemption, what is the premium that is all going to be offered at the time of redemption. So these are the entries you have to pass at the time of discount issued, at a discount, a redeemable and premium. And one more thing, here we are showing only the entry regarding the issue. So what will be the entry at the time of redemption? At the time of redemption, here it is redeemed at premium. This same entry will be posted in here also, because see, here it is redeemed at premium, the amount was also 110, 100 plus 10. In the previous case also it was redeemed at premium, then amount was 110. So let this same entry has to be written after this one entry. 12% debentures account debtor, premium on redemption account debtor to bank. Since the amount was same, we are not going to repeat the entry here, but if the amount is different, the amount will not be like this. For example, if the face value was 100 and the premium was 20, it will be 100, premium redemption 20, and to bank 120. This is how you have to pass. So these are the entries with regard to issue and redemption of debentures. And finally, one more thing, before we discussing all these areas, we have discussed one case, that is issued at premium and redemption at premium. Let us go into that journal entry once more, then you will get an idea about why we discussed at the beginning. See, this was the entry: issued at premium, redeemed at premium. See the amounts 105 and 110. So definitely here there will be loss. See, bank account debtor, total amount which was collected at the time of issue was 105 because it was issued at premium. See, loss on issue of debentures account 10. Don't get confused by loss on issue of debentures in this entry and the previous entry. You may think that in the previous entry loss on debentures included discount and premium. Here there is only premium amount is considered. Why? Because it was not issued at discount. It was issued at premium and it was going to be redeemed at premium. Here loss on issue of debentures includes the premium amount plus discount. If there is any discount at the time of issue, that amount will also be considered. Since there is no issue, discount means discount at the time of issue, we consider only the premium at the time of redemption. That is why loss on issue of debentures 10 is written. And to debentures 100, security premium 5, and finally premium redemption 10. See, this is just like the entry which we have discussed previously. I believe you have understand the concept. Here actually we are discussing the concept only. The thing is that in the examination you will get questions where 105 and 110 like cases will be given. You need to pass the entries. Just pass the entry like this, these which we have discussed now. It will be specifically mentioned in the question what are the case. The cases which we have discussed now only will be asked in the case of examination. So these are the situations with regard to issue of debentures at premium, or it may be issued at par, or it may be issued at discount, whatever may be. There are some more cases with regard to the issue of debentures. These are the important situations. And next we will discuss about some of the main cases with regard to issue of debentures at a discount and redemption at a discount. See, in all these cases we have discussed only redemption at par and redemption at premium. And remember one thing, at the time of redemption at par there will be no entries like loss on issue or loss on issue of debentures at the time of issue entries. There is no such entries that has to be considered whenever the debentures are redeemed at par. Only such issues like the loss on issue of debentures, such entries come only in the case of redemption at premium. See, there are some discussed cases here. See, in all the situation where redemption at par there is no issue regarding the loss on issue of debentures. But when it comes to redemption at premium situations, the loss on issue of debentures will definitely be there. So that is the things which you have to remember. So go through all these entries which we have discussed. We will discuss about some other cases. Some other cases means redemption at a discount. We haven't discussed about that. We will discuss about the redemption of debentures at discount in the coming sessions. There are some entries for those situations also. Familiarize these entries. We will discuss application level cases and practical questions with regard to this issue of debentures and redemption of debentures under various situations.